Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Dr. Jason Jones back with another episode of Health Made Easy, and we are continuing with our series on getting better sleep. And today, what we're going to talk about is a topic that I'm just super fascinated with, and that is how circadian rhythms are involved in your sleep. And I got a question for you to start off, and that is, have you ever noticed how there are times where you naturally experience different levels of alertness and sleepiness throughout the day? This is mainly caused by two factors: your sleep-wake homeostasis, and your circadian rhythm, or like your what we call your body clock. So when you stay awake for a long time, your sleep wake homeostasis tells you that it needs sleep, and it is accumulating, and it's actually time to sleep. In addition, it helps you get enough sleep throughout the night to make up for the debt that was incurred. This way, you get a better balance between sleep and wakefulness. So, your circadian rhythm, on the other hand, regulates the timing of your period of sleepiness and wakefulness throughout the day. It dips and rises at different periods during the day. Like as an adult, you tend to fall asleep somewhere between 8 p.m. and 12 a.m. And in the afternoon, you have your strongest sleep drive between 1 and 3. That's why in some foreign countries, you'll see them take a siesta, so that they can, get that rest that their body's actually requiring and go back and work the rest of the day. However, it largely depends on whether the person, sometimes is an evening person or a morning person, which that concept even in itself is a bit debatable. So besides the sleepiness that you'll be experiencing during this circadian dip, will be more intense if you are sleep deprived, and less intense if you have sufficient sleep. Meaning, if you have that dip in the afternoon, you might be more likely to go after, if you're not getting adequate sleep, you might be more likely to go after things like caffeine. Now, your circadian rhythm also makes you more alert at some points during the day, and this is irrespective of whether you stayed up for many hours. But your sleep wake restorative process would make you feel sleepy instead. Now, how are your circadian rhythms involved in sleep? So the circadian rhythm is directed by a group of cells, and don't try to remember this stuff. It's called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, which is located in the hypothalamus of the brain. So think about the hypothalamus. Think of like you got the big part of the brain that looks like spaghetti, and deep down in there, you've got this bridge between all of the external environment that you're exposed to, that your body senses, feels, smells, all those kinds of things that come in through. All those different senses go into your spinal cord through from the nerves, go up to the brain, and it has to be branched out to other parts of the brain so that your body has a good awareness of what's going on in your world, and then it can send signals back to the body so the body knows how to respond to those types of things. And that's what the hypothalamus is. It's like a bridge between higher brain centers and lower brain centers, like your brainstem and your spinal cord and the nerves, all the 25,000 miles worth of nerves in your body. So the cells in the suprachiasmatic nucleus are sensitive to signals of light and darkness. And this sends a message through the optic nerve, which is part of how you're able to see, and then to the internal clock when it's time for you to actually wake up. So when these signals to different parts of your brain that control temperature, hormones, and other functions that control alertness and sleepiness. So as you expose yourself to light in the morning, that suprachiasmatic nucleus sends a signal to produce hormones like cortisol to raise your body temperature and to wake you up, and also slows down the release of melatonin, which is a hormone involved in sleep onset. Now, however, as the light dies down in the evening, the eyes signal the suprachiasmatic nucleus that, hey, it's dark, and then the melatonin levels start to rise, therefore promoting sleep. So as you can see, sleep is very what we call neurological, which means your nervous system is involved hugely in sleep. But here's the thing: if you disrupt the circadian rhythm, maybe it's like jet lag or something like that, it can cause a conflict in your natural sleep pattern. And this is in this shift in time and light cues your body to adjust. So this phenomenon is the main reason why, a lot of travelers feel, think, and perform poorly. But it's not only travelers. These symptoms can occur in everyday life if you keep sort of long, irregular hours. That's a more of a reason why you need to always ensure that you keep a regular sleep schedule. So what's an ideal bedtime? Like essentially what are like 5 ways to know if your internal clock and your circadian rhythms are lined up? I'm going to tell you in just a second. So your body expresses your circadian rhythm every single day, and this goes on whether you sleep or you don't. So it's wise to try to adjust your bedtime consistently with your body's internal clock, and you'll know when you are lined up with your internal clock and your circadian rhythms when the following happens. Number 1, you easily fall asleep within 20 minutes or so. Okay. Number 2, you get 7 to 9 hours of a full night's sleep. Number 3, you get 20 to 25% of your sleep from REM sleep. Number 4, you don't feel restless during the night. And number 5, you feel well rested when you actually wake up. Now, if it's possible, you can keep your alarm clock off for a few days to identify your circadian rhythm more quickly. Observe your body's natural time for about a week or so and see how you feel. And I know this is like impossible for a lot of people who just have to get up in the morning, and they have to go to work. But if you can do it, this will be super helpful for you. When you allow plenty of time for quality of sleep, it allows both your sleep-wake restorative process and your circadian rhythm to be more helpful and help you perform at your best. So hope this helped you out. We see a lot of people with trouble sleeping in our private practice, and there's just the natural ways that we help take care of them. We help reset this. They feel more energized. They have, better sleep at night, those kinds of things. And we really want that for you as well. Okay. And we know that most people who listen to this podcast don't live in our area, and that's totally cool. But you can take these concepts and things that we're going to share, that we shared on this podcast, but also on the next few as well, because we're going to be covering on the next podcast seven natural steps to better sleep. But then I'm also on the one after that, I'm going to give you some natural supplements that you can actually add that help not only help you sleep better, but can also help you with more energy as well. So hope you got something out of this podcast. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next one. This is Dr. Jason Jones signing out for Health Made Easy. Thank you guys very much for listening, and God bless, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.